Shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, that's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. And real quick, I want to go into this video from the WFI Chicago. The video was titled Palestinian protesters came and surrounded Hebrew Israelites Royal Rumble. Okay, and they was really at the rumbling. Okay, but to me it looks all, it looks kind of suspect. It looks pretty fishy, man. The cops kind of came down there and, pretty much didn't do nothing the whole time, and I only saw one person on the ground getting arrested, which they did come down there to them. But it looked a little suspect, man, just this whole thing. And, this is, to bring the wrong attention to Israel. Okay, this is not what the Lord called us to go out there and do. And not to mention they put this music up, man. They put this music up that was just like, what the hell is this? It's just a very demonic vibration. Jake, the main speaker, he had a jacket with skull and bones on it, which we'll show you all this. But first, let's start off with this right here. Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou sit in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." Right? So you shouldn't, jump up and try to, follow a multitude to do evil. Because anybody going out there, they're going out there hey, obviously people are upset. Okay, and a fire plus fire makes a wildfire. Okay, and this just was not wise. All right, this was just not the wise thing to do. You know, and this is for us all to learn from. Don't be in the seat. And as time goes on, your main spot or whatever may be having a protest or somebody passing through. It's happened to us, but for people parades come through and stuff. You know, in this case, it was a damn it was a protest, but the people are upset because their family members are over there getting put to death by Esau. Okay, so how the fuck you gonna fight the enemy of your enemy? Okay, it says Matthew chapter 10 verse 16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." And Jake came out there, and let's play the video. But it looked like Jake kind of, they came out there, and it's gonna show it. But they started taking off their jackets and stuff, which looks, a little intimidating. Not to mention you was provoking them, people, calling them all kind of names and saying all kind of shit, disrespecting their God. Hey man, it's a time and a place for everything. It says, Matthew chapter 10 verse 16, "Look, I am sending you out as sheep and among wolves." So you gotta understand the Lord is sending us out as sheep. We're supposed to go out there and prophesy and teach our people about the Bible. Not about how good we can fight. That's not what this is about. Okay. It says, "So be as shrewd as snakes and harmless as doves." Or so be as shrewd as snakes and harmless as doves. So let's go into this word shrewd. Before it says wise, so let's go into this word shrewd. Well, it says this is the word.
Strong's G 5429.
Phronimos, and it says intelligent, wise, prudent, mindful of one's interests. And you got to remember what you're coming out there to do. You're coming out there to preach the Bible, to teach the scriptures, to warn of BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. It should never have gotten to this point. And it ain't nothing wrong with going the other way. Or if you see things ain't going, things getting a lot of hand, ain't nothing wrong with packing up and leaving. In this world, you may look like these guys say no cowards and they to pull up boys and all this crazy shit. Nah, man, you're not supposed to come in that spirit, man. That's a nigga spirit. Okay. It says, and really we're supposed to have put that old man off. It says intelligent, wise, prudent, i.e. mindful of one's interests. It says thoughtful. You gotta be thoughtful. You gotta think and say, okay, wait a minute. This ain't, this probably ain't the best time to be here. Okay. It says sagacious or discreet, implying a cautious character. You gotta have a cautious character in this thing, because hey, we are serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We are ambassadors of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and hey, that's a heavy office, man. You know, if you want to put it like that, you know, you imagine you got ambassadors for the president. You know, you got to hold yourself to a certain, uh, standard. You know, so imagine us serving the king of the universe, okay, and being ambassadors of the king of the universe. But honestly, in my eyes, it looked like a lot of this shit was, planned out, man. It looked like something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, which I'm not, you know, accusing anybody of anything. All I'm saying is what it looks like. All right. It says while denotes practical skill or acumen and indicates rather intelligence or mental acquirement. You gotta have mental acquirement. They're using some words here to try to keep it nice for you, but you gotta use some sense, man. Okay, use some fucking. Look at this. Oh shit. It says in a bad sense, conceited, also in a comparative wise. Right, so you got to use some sense, and it's crazy because I said that before I even read that, but you got to have some sense, man. Common sense will tell you don't go out there. Them people out there, mourning their fucking dead grandma and cousins and whatnot, and people. So you got to understand that people may feel a certain type of way. So let me play this. So let me bring this back. Salakia, I just want to go grab those first. Let's play a little bit of this, and then we're gonna.
Wrong things. Blood smoke. But hold on. Don't worry about if you take your woman to Waffle House, are you good or not? Right? They just worry about all the wrong things. Blood smoke. But hold on. The Lord said He's raising up the palaces.
Now you see Jake right here. This is some skull and bones bullshit, bro. You gotta pay attention to all these signs. All right. This right here is we shouldn't be wearing shirts and jackets with skeletons on it or bones on it, because that represents death, which the Lord said He sent us out as sheep amidst the wolves. Sheep ain't about death, And I heard one brother, I believe it was the elder Mashapat, he was saying how a sheep is docile. The sheep's defense mechanism is to roll over, roll over and play dead, and that's crazy to even think about. But that's what the Lord calls us, sheep. So we must act as sheep, understanding what time that we are in. All right, let's play some more.
Raise up the line of David thereof, man. Right. He's raising up our people in these last days. Right. Read on.
It reads, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it.
And I will what?
And I will build it.
Read on.
As in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom.
And the Lord said we're going to possess the remnant of these other nations, man. Yes, especially the Ishmaelites. Right. Go to Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 8. Right, go to Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 8. Go to Psalm chapter 96 and verse 7. I mean, they're waving their flags.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. Them people doing their own thing. Them people ain't even Israelites. See if it was a bunch of Jake out there. But no, you up there fucking with people that ain't, I'm sure it's Israelites out there. And it's a protest. People come on to support their friends or their friend or their friends' family or whatnot. But at the same time, this wasn't done in the right spirit, okay, to say the least. But look at this, this image right here, and for some reason they put this guy up there to speak. This was the guy speaking at the time. Whatever he was saying on that microphone, which the microphone is a really unnecessary thing too, because then it's like you're calling people out. People, you are forcing yourselves on the people, which that's not what we're here to do. Sheep don't do that. All right, but on the back of his jacket, I pointed this out. The skull and bones, it says first this, and I'm just pointing out what I see through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, I'm not saying these are just things to note, okay? Because if these guys did sell out, hey, then we know what kind of spirit that they're gonna be in. Scripture says we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, and we know Satan gonna put in these camps that's gonna be agent provocateurs, full of agent provocateurs. You're gonna get paid off. Your average nigga, if they offer you $500, you gonna sell out, man. Okay, that's one thing I never, if a motherfucker do anything for some money, then they'll cross you as well. So these jakes will cross, and betray all of Israel, but most importantly, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Not saying that these guys are, but these are the spirits that's going to start rising up in these end days. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22, abstain from all appearances of evil. Okay, and in the NLT it says stay away from every kind of evil, and this is evil, man. Okay, this is evil. All right, this is not something that I would go to the store and buy and call myself a man of the Lord. All right, it's a different vibration that comes with that.
Praying to a false god, man. But I pray they keep getting destroyed over there in that Middle East, man.
Right.
What you got?
This book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse number 8.
Bring it out.
Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have I told thee from that time that I have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. Right. Is there a God beside me?
What the Lord say?
Is there a God beside me?
Read it again.
Is there a God beside me?
It is Allah.
Is there a God beside me?
It is Buddha.
Is there a God beside me?
Muhammad.
Is there a God beside me?
Is there a God beside Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI?
Yeah, there is no God.
What the Lord say?
Yes, there is no God.
There are multiple gods.
Yes, there is no God.
There's no God besides Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Don't worry about them. They're not going to do anything. Allah's not protecting them.
Right.
They want to fight us, but they don't want to pick up a gun.
Right.
They want to fight us, but they don't want to pick up a gun.
Right.
Don't fight down here first.
The cops came. In fact, the cops came down there and just stood up right there in the front of the way. You know, they watched them fight for like, you know, they just sit back watching them fight. Like, what is this? What the hell is going on? All right. The Lord said, what? Let's see what the scriptures say about this. It says, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14, it says, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Okay, so starting with you know, the Israelites first, obviously, but obviously in the land of our captivity, you know, we have to be, you know, more subtle and wise to how we approach things here, man. You know, don't just go out there trying to just, you know, get some followers, you know, some damn views, and you notice they ain't go out there with two individuals. They went out there with a whole crew. You know, they ain't go out there with just two brothers, two or three brothers, maybe 10 brothers. It's like 20 or 30 there just standing around. What are y'all standing around like that for? What is all that about? And you got one guy out there screaming and hollering over a microphone, man. That looks like some other shit. Okay, just teach the scriptures, bro. You know, go into the prophecies. Okay, go into the prophecies. That's all it is. Let me see.
Yeah, go back down here first.
Keep on acting like you blonde. Or when a nigga bomb, pop him on his belly like a snake. Then watch.
Now you hear this song talking about popped him on his belly like a snake, and this is a nigga vibration. Now I'm sure this is what they call Hebrew Israelite music now, and what it has evolved to since the last time I started hearing it. But you got niggas just coming out of the world and then coming into calling themselves coming into this truth and bringing that vibration of what they was doing in the world into this truth. That shit is not right. Okay, and it's gonna put a certain level of spirits on you. They got all the black on or whatever. Come on now, come on. What the hell? Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14 in the NLT. It says, "Work at living in peace with everyone." So you got to work at living in peace, man. You know, you can't just be walking around here trying to, provoke motherfuckers and, incite violence, because this ain't the time for that. Okay, this ain't the time for that. This ain't our kingdom. We just here to serve Yahawah YAHAWASHI. And the Lord said, be as sheep in the midst of wolves. Work at living in peace with everyone, and work at living a holy life. For those who are not holy will not see the Lord. Right? So you can't expect to see Yahawah YAHAWASHI and you going out there to, get the gospel blame, fighting with some damn motherfuckers that's, gonna be labeled as terrorists anyways. Who y'all fighting for? America? Are you fighting for? I don't get it. You fighting for the Israelis? What was that about? And you see how they all came up. Well, you gonna see it. Let me show you, man. Let me just show you.
God.
Yeah, there is no God.
There is no God besides Yahawah YAHAWASHI. Hey, don't worry about them. They're not gonna do anything. Allah's not protecting them.
Right.
They want to fight us, but they don't want to pick up a gun.
Right.
They want to fight us, but they don't want to pick up a gun.
Right.
Don't fight down here first. Don't fight down here first. Yeah, go fight down here first.
Keep on acting like you blonde. Or when him on his belly like a snake. Then watch how he slime. Pull him on the floor like white t-shirts. I heat up this take your G-Paw straight up off that breather. Bake him like a needle. White man got you lost in all his theories. Big bang like Vegeta. I still drink the milk.
Where did they get this drone from? This is all too planned out. They see him coming down the street. They got the drone panning around while they wrestling in the road, tussling. The cops still sitting back here. Okay, look at this cop right here. The cops still just chilling on their bikes. They hanging out. Look at them back there. They just watching the show. They came for the entertainment too. Jake runs right in front of the cop. Look at this shit. Some suspect shit, bro. A lot of Jake should have been arrested, bro. And I don't know who got arrested, who didn't get arrested, but like I said, some shit looking suspect.
Go here a little, there a little. I act like a teacher, like the days of Noah came to rain. With the truth of flood, keep that steak up on that grill and more, cause me no eat no blood. You so shed man's blood by your man, your blood gon' be shed. You ain't believe the prophets when we spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations, prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting laser tag for these infrareds. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask questions straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Repeat that Satan let that text on red. Like a dog, like that.
Like we gonna bring that back. I gotta bring that back. So lucky ya.
Breather, bake him like a needle. White man got you lost in all his theories. Big bang like Vegeta. I still drink the milk that's in his word. Boy, I'm full of teether. I go here a little, there a little. I act like a teacher, like the days of Noah came to rain. With the truth of flood, keep that steak up on that grill and more, cause me no eat no blood. You so shed man's blood by your man, your blood gon' be shed. You ain't believe the prophets when we spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations, prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting laser tag for these infrareds. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask questions straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Repeat that Satan let that text on red. Like a dog, my life that Esau friends is dead. Instead of being full, my brother.
Look at this right here. This is what I saw. This is like the police chief or somebody right here. Like some Jake, like he cool with everybody. But watch what happened right here with this cop right here. And this particular Jake. First of all, Jake out there with a damn shiesty mask on. Now this is looking a little shiesty. It says 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Okay, you don't want to do anything to cause the ministry to be blamed. You know, moving upon your own emotion or accord. You know, and seeking the wrong type of attention, man. There's you know, a lot of trouble in coming seeking the wrong type of attention. You know, for whatever reason they thought that this was the right thing to do, going out there. It obviously was not. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 3 in the NLT. We live in such a way that no one will stumble because of us, and no one will find fault with our ministry. Right? You're not supposed to find fault with our ministry. Oh, y'all out there inciting violence and fucking fighting with the Hamas, which in Apostle Hart had recently went into the word Hamas, and it means violent, you know, violent. So you got to be spiritual and understand what the hell is really going on. Okay. Esau's trying to paint a picture. I'm gonna bring this back down. I'm gonna show you what happened with this cop.
I still drink the milk that's in his word. Boy, I'm full of teether. I go here a little, there a little. I act like a teacher, like the days of Noah came to rain. With the truth of flood, keep that steak up on that grill and more, cause me no eat no blood. You so shed man's blood by your man, your blood gon' be shed. You ain't believe the prophets when we spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations, prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting steak up on that grill and more, cause me no eat no blood. You so shed man's blood by your man, your blood gon' be shed. You ain't believe the prophets when we spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations, prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting laser tag for these infrareds. If we play prophets when we spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations, prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting laser tag for these infrareds. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask questions straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Repeat that Satan let that text on red. Like a dog, my life that Esau friends is dead. Instead of being full, straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Repeat that Satan let that text on red. Like a dog, my life that Esau friends is dead. Instead of straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Repeat that Satan let that text on red. Like a dog, straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Repeat that
for this music, bro, but I'm trying to make some sense of all this shit. What were the cops doing? Why they walking through with their bike looking back, not even breaking up the fight? Like, what the hell? That's why I say something ain't right.
Vegeta. I still drink the milk that's in his word. Boy, I'm still a teether. I go here a little, there a little. I'm like a teacher. Like the days of Noah came to rain. With the truth of flood. Keep that steak up on that grill and more. Cause we no eat no blood. You so shed his blood. By your man. Your blood gon' be shed. You ain't believe the prophets when they spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations. Prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting laser tag. But these infrareds. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask questions straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. Read that Satan left that text on red. Like a dog, my life that Esau friends is dead. Instead of being foes, my brother friends instead. Esau trying us, then we gon' lame his leg. Running me soft spot. I won't take anything but boy when it's time. Calling on the Lord, I pray to Mookie Bang. Drank the wine, press he drank the blood before he finished things. Soldier of the Lord, you say one word and we strap Jimmy down. They got him, then they got him. I'm from any range. We got more flesh, but in the spirit, we got many names. We didn't clean together like we want, so we no more twain. Ain't got time for speaking words that's idle, cause they range. We got more flesh, but in the spirit, we got many names. We didn't clean together like we want, so we no more twain. Ain't got time for speaking words that's idle, cause they all be made. Ain't you fake the wrong in apparition. It's all with his brain. Open up this iPad like Mauritian. Half all get his noodle. We got these all bleeding out his white. Toast the breakfast too. Zodiac said meditate and chop.
Then Chief Ephraim started talking about coming out there and doing it all over again. They're gonna try to take up the whole street this time with 5 fucking camps and be out there wrestling. You know, some of them camps gonna bring guns. You know, be out there wrestling and to my throwing water bottles and soda cans. Buy water bottles and soda cans and throw at them. Who the fuck funded you? George Soros? Then you find out that this guy's trying to get he's trying to build a new Nazareth, which is a community, I guess, in the middle of Georgia. You know, some acres they got, and they want to build a new Nazareth for $500,000. What the fuck? And this what's gonna be going on there? They turned the whole parade around. I mean, the whole protest around. But like, this is just, was this supposed to be like a part of the protest? How the fuck the whole parade turn back around? I mean, the whole protest come back down there, and now they all stand around. What the hell they doing with security? I don't want to say they paid for security. I wouldn't dare say they paid for security now. But what the fuck?
It's only a few of us, man.
The Lord fighting for us, man.
Look at Jake, man. And these guys don't know what the mark of the beast is, man. That's the scary part. Like, it's just a bunch of extra shit for the camera. This is theatrics. This probably ain't even real blood. No, that's definitely real blood. But let me 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 1 in the NLT. As the Most High's, as God's partners, we beg you not to accept this marvelous gift of God's kindness and then ignore it. You can't ignore this blessing the Lord gave you, this knowledge and understanding. You can't just ignore it. You gotta, step up to the plate. And the Lord said, I will demand of you, gird up thy loins like a man. I will demand of you, answer thou me. It says, for the Most High says, For God says, I'm reading verbatim, for God says, at just the right time I heard you, on the day of salvation I helped you. Indeed, the right time is now. Today is a day of salvation. It says, we live in such a way that no one will stumble because of us, and no one will find fault with our ministry. And that's the whole point. Nobody should find fault with your ministry and be able to do all these videos on your, on your particular camp because you're out there doing some nigga shit, man. We gotta move in the spirit. You can't be out there, brawling. I was going to that too. All right, we'll go into that too. But you can't be out there brawling and looking for a fight. You're supposed to be more spiritual, man. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Okay. Verse 4, in everything we do, we show that we are true ministers of the Most High. We patiently endure troubles and hardships and calamities of every kind. So you got to patiently endure, and patient means to suffer. Okay, to suffer. If they was at a protesting by your campsite, then suffer it and go to another campsite. Shit. It says we have been beaten, been put in prison, faced angry mobs, work to extinguish Salakia. Let me bring this back. All right. Let me bring this back. Salakia, because this is what they going through, but they not going through it for righteousness' sake. We're gonna have to go through all this, for the word of YAHAWASHI, but you're gonna be found blameless in the situation, which is the point. It says, we have been beaten, been put in prisons, and don't get me wrong, we have been in, we had instances where people, tried to jump on us at camp. It was one time, okay, it was some fucking badass kids, but they came up to us, okay, and what they did is they pretty much, I try to tell brothers, hold the line, just, stay to a certain structure and level of order. And if they come to us, then they come to us. Then we have the right to defend ourselves, and we will stomp you the fuck out. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, it should never get to that. If it does, rarely. You shouldn't go out to camp and every week you out there fighting. Every other week you out there fighting. Every other month you out there fighting. Okay, you gotta avoid that. And use that through the wisdom of the scriptures. It says, faced angry mobs, worked to exhaustion, endured sleepless nights, and gone without food. We prove ourselves by our purity. By our purity, our understanding, our patience, our kindness, by the Holy Spirit within us, and by our sincere love. And this is how we prove ourselves. We faithfully preach the truth. So you got to preach the truth, man. Don't go out there to wrestle a fight. Go out there to just teach the truth. God's power is working in us. We use the weapons of righteousness in the right hand for attack, on the left hand for the offense. Right. So use the right hand. It says we use the weapons of righteousness in the right hand for attack. So you got to use weapons of right. You shouldn't be out there with no damn sticks, slapping people with their own flag. That's not that's not the weapons of righteousness. It says in the right hand, and we use the left hand for defense. I'm reading in the KJV, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and by dishonor, by evil and report and good report, as deceivers and yet true. Right. So, you got to be able to, discern the spirits, and, if they want to, get to the point, hey, no, we, first of all, but you ain't supposed to be out there in the first place, man. Okay, but we have to live with a certain honor, Let's play some more.
And when they went from nation to nation, they did what? And when they went from nation to nation.
We come into this truth to be out there fucking fighting and shit, man. We do not come into this truth to be out there wrestling and tussling, and that's not what this is about. Okay?
Don't need that. He suffered no man to do them wrong. What the Lord say? He suffered no man to do them wrong. What the Lord say? He suffered no man to do them wrong. Yea, he will prove king.
man.
Right.
For their sake. Saying, touch not mine anointing.
Say what?
Touch not my anointing.
Say what?
Touch not my anointing.
Say what?
Touch not my anointing.
Hey, the Lord said don't touch his anointing, man.
Right.
All y'all Israelites got nothing but death coming to y'all, man.
That's right.
That you done to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans,
That's
man.
right.
Shit's sweet, man.
That's
All we
right.
doing is waiting on.
So that's pretty much the point. I ain't gonna, beat a dead horse. I don't really want to play no more of this video. But I did want to see what happened, and I just happened to look it up because I couldn't see. I didn't really see it. I've seen clips, but I wanted to, so I went to their page and they got it, and I couldn't believe they had a fucking drone up there. But it says, 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 3. It says, no, let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 3. It's like a Titus chapter 3 verse 2. It says, I'm gonna go to verse 1. It says, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, and to obey magistrates, and to be ready to every good work. You're supposed to be in the understanding of, how these spirits work, and the powers that be, order, structure. It says, and be ready to every good work. Be ready to do the good work. It says to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers. You're not supposed to be out there brawling. And you were saying that they all speaking a lot of evil on people, when majority of people out there, they indeed probably was damn Israelites, man. But them people, particular people, are not those are heathens. But you probably had Jake in the mix, if but even then that's not what it came out there for. It says, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men. So like I said, there's a time and a place for everything. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, diverse, deceive, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. So you gotta remember, like you gotta put yourself in people's shoes. If motherfuckers out there protesting because their family's getting bombed to smithereens over there and goddamn Hamas, then don't go out there. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't gonna be about the truth. And if you try to make it about the truth, they're gonna make it into something else. And that's what happened. They started fighting. Okay. Let me grab this. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time and a purpose and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So there's a time for everything. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. It says a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sue, a time to keep silent and a time to speak. So hey, that wouldn't have been the time to go out there, and speak. Now's the time to keep silent. Let them do their thing. But the beauty of all this is that this is going to happen. The Lord says it's going to be men crept in unawares. I went into that last night. It's going to be men crept in unawares, and they're going to be doing, really the will of the devil. And maybe these guys are sincere, but they're sincerely wrong. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So you got to have a balance, man. Let me grab that. An unjust balance. The Lord is all about balance. Okay, he tells you that. Let me see. It's Proverbs 11 verse 1. It says a false balance is abomination to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and a just weight is delight. So you got to have, balance and everything. I understand the importance of balance. There's a time for everything, and that wasn't a time for that. Just wasn't the time for that.
Agree. Give me the book of Zechariah chapter 10 and verse 5.
Bring it out!
Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 13.
Bring it out!
Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 16.
Bring it out!
Zechariah 10 and verse 5.
Bring it out!
And they shall be as mighty men.
As what?
As mighty men!
My boy was talking and he got his ass whooped. And I only say that because I saw him in the crowd. You know, when shit like this pop up, I always look at particular individuals and see how they stand, you know, in sticky situations. You know, I want to see, you know, because hey, you can go up there and you can have a microphone in your hand and say all kind of stuff. You can, you know, go in front of the camp and, you know, swing your knees back and forth and, you know, scream to the top of your lungs. But at the end of the day, hey, what spirit are you in? Okay, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. This ain't the time to be fools. This ain't the time to be simple. This ain't the time to be no damn, you know, just going with emotions and going with the damn crowd. Okay? If my whole camp said, hey, let's go out there to fuck, I'm gonna say, hey, you know, I don't think we should, you know. It says redeeming the time because the days are evil, but they do this for clickbait. They want to get, you know, which I'll show you. I could probably show you these comments. Let me see if I can find these comments, man, or something. Well, I ain't looking for the comments. Let me look for the description. Let's go into the description. And I bet you're gonna have something to do with some money in there. Okay, I ain't saying it is, but I said I can almost bet you. How do I get there, Salakia? It's a description. Well, maybe it don't. Okay, maybe it don't. Salakia. Salakia. So it don't. But you know, a lot of this it's extra and it's for views. You know, these are the same guys that will title a video, oh, such and such gets sliced to death and cut and fighting, you know, and then you go to watch the video and none of that shit going on. They just teaching, you know, or some shit may happen way down the street that nobody sees, you know, but that's to get views and clicks. Like I said, don't be looking for the wrong type of attention. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 16. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. We in some very evil times. And even all of us separately as individuals, Scripture says, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. You got to be aware of, you know, agents and serpents and, you know, Judas goats that are among us. You know, you can't be simple, man. The Lord said, don't be simple. It says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And this is a beautiful thing to see what's going on over in Israel and Hamas, because that means that it's getting closer to our kingdom being established. The problem with Jake now is that they're trying to build their kingdom here. Okay, let me grab this, because the majority of our people, this is what they have a problem with. Okay, and I want to grab it in a NLT as well. It says, so lucky. This is Romans chapter 10 verse 2 in the KJV. It says, for I bear them record. Oh, well, let me go up to verse 1. Let me go up to verse 1. It says, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. Our whole game plan is that to wake Israel up, to warn them that they might be saved. You know, if you're going off, then you're supposed to be corrected. If you you know, if you can take the correction, then Lord willing, you can be saved. You know, it says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. And they out there, like I said, this is a camp that don't know what the MOTB is. Okay, the Lord said, to the law and to the testimony. We ain't supposed to be out there just talking shit to other people. That's not what this is about. You know, you got to grow in this thing, grow in the grace thereof. It says, for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves to the righteousness of the Most High. And that's what Jake do. You know, they try to go out and do their own little thing. They don't want to, you know, follow the, well, maybe they follow particular. I mean, I think this can't take a little bit from everybody though. You know, but maybe, you know, you need to get structure. You need to get, you know, we really need to start following the elders of the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, because whatever this guy's about, and I saw a video of his box, you know, response, and it was pathetic. All right, so hey, this ain't nothing to be proud of, man. This ain't nothing to be boasting about. It's contrary to the scriptures. Okay. It says, for Mashiach is the end of the law. Oh, that's the point. It says, I'm gonna read it in NLT, verse 1. It says, dear brothers and sisters, for the longing of my, and you notice they put sisters in there, for the longing of my heart and my prayer. And I'm surprised they have the women out there in the damn chairs. Okay, I'm surprised. So that also means that they knew what they came out there for. Okay, they came out there to cause some problems. Whether they know it or not, maybe the order just came down. You know, maybe the head stuck a damn bag, and it's, hey, y'all brothers go out there. You know, and now they trying to justify that shit. It says, the longing of my heart and my prayer to the Most High is for the people of Israel to be saved. I know what enthusiasm they have for the Most High, but it is misdirected zeal, right? So Jake has been misdirected. Okay, you've been led astray, thinking that this what the truth is about. Jake out there with the long hair, they got the dreads, you know, the damn skull and bones Simpsons jacket, you know, all the jewelry on, just trying to, you know, Jake be trying to be seen, really. And you gonna, like I said, beware of the wrong attention. For they don't understand the Most High way for making people right with him. So that's the point. That's the point. All right. Let me grab this too before I forget. Dust, because if you go out to the camp, and this is for all you brothers that may be new, you know, or a newer brother, you know, or and I don't know, or maybe you WFI individuals that's walking. The Lord told us how to deal with these situations. It's all in the scriptures. Scriptures, the Bible says these scriptures are written for our learning. Okay, for our learning. It says, let me go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, then when ye depart out of that city, or that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. I want to read it in Mark though. It says, Mark chapter 6, verse 10. And he said unto them, in what place soever ye enter into a house, there abide till ye depart from the place. Well, I'll keep on reading. It says, and whosoever shall not receive you nor hear you when ye depart thence, shake off the dust of you, from the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. So if you go out there and people don't want to hear it, hey, just leave. You know, shake the dust off your feet. Okay, I came out to teach you the truth. You want to hear it? You know, so be it. And that's on y'all. It says, it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Right. So the Lord gonna judge that city or that people, you know, that did that, man. You know, if you saw them start coming up, okay, let's start packing up, brothers. You know, I mean, by that time you're running. So you really just shouldn't have been out there. You know, let me grab this and I'm gonna close out. So like, I ain't want this to be too long. I actually had another video on mine, but I ended up seeing this and the Spirit compelled me. The Holy Spirit, YAHAWASHI, compelled me to, you know, speak on it, put some scriptures to it. It says, Proverbs 14, verse 18, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. And that's what Jake inherited, man. You inherited a bunch of folly. Look at Jake's face. It says, Proverbs 22, verse 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And you knew it was going to be evil out there, but y'all still went out there and you got punished, you know. You might have got a couple licks in, you still got beat the fuck up and swung on with a couple of Iranian flags, you know, and, you know, ultimately you brought blame to the ministry. You know, Esau going to use all this. He paint with a very broad brush. He going to use all of this to try to demonize, man. I went into men crept in unawares, which honestly, I'm not mad. Okay, I'm not mad because at the end of the day, I know that this is the will of Yahweh Shem Shai that must be done. You know, and men gonna play their lot. Men gonna play their role. If this your lot to be the ones that stir shit up, hey, you know, do your job, brother. All you can do is what the Lord set you up to do. I pray it's not my lot. Jude chapter 1 verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. They were created to be these, you know, spots in and our feast, man. It says, ungodly men turning the grace of the Most High into lasciviousness. This guy, Chief Ephraim, talking about going out there. All camps go out there. All camps, let's meet up. We gonna defend our brothers. How you know people we gonna be out there? You want people to go out there and fly out there or whatever? You know, come on. I don't know what Jake expecting, but this guy want $500,000, man. And I saw ain't nobody sent a donation in like 2 years, so he come popping his head up again out of nowhere to try to get them damn funds rolling in again. It says, and denying the only Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawah, the only Lord Most High, and our Lord YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. It says, that's the point. Okay, that's the point. Yeah.
What? As mighty men! What? As mighty men!
Which tread down their enemies!
Which do what? Which tread down their enemies!
Do what?
Which tread down their enemies!
Hey, I do 10, put 10,000 in flight, man!
Right!
In the mire of the street! In the what?
In the mire of the street!
You don't give a damn if it's in the middle of the street!
So, and I just keep thinking about these are the men that don't understand what the MOTB is. That's all I keep thinking about. You know, you listen to guys speak and say certain things, and it's like, wait a minute, you the same men that, you know, said this, you know, and it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And this is going to bring in a persecution, which is, you know, and it's going to be lead to Jacob's trouble and all that, you know, which is prophecy, so it's going to happen. Let me grab here. You just got to understand what you're a part of, okay? You got to understand what you're a part of, man. This thing ain't about just putting on some damn fringes and going out there screaming at Edomites. You know? It's really not. Damn, it's lucky. Persecution. Can't spell for nothing right now. I was all over the place. It says, I'll close out with this right here. It's lucky. I don't mean to make it too long, take too much of your time. It says, So like, bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna play some more of this knuckles out. Give me a head.
On the sidewalk and the ocean don't matter, man.
Right.
In the battle, and they shall fight. And they shall what?
And they shall fight.
And we shall what?
And they shall fight.
Read. Because the Lord is with you. Because what?
Because the Lord is with you.
Because what?
Because the Lord is with you.
Read. And the riders on horses shall be confounded. And I will strengthen the house of Judah. And I will what?
And I will strengthen the house of Judah.
And gonna do what?
And I will strengthen the house of Judah.
Read. And I will save the house of Joseph. Read.
And we ain't going nowhere. We right here.
We right here.
We ain't going nowhere, man.
We ain't going nowhere. We right here. All right, bring it up.
The authorities told them to leave. I guess they did leave. Maybe they did leave. But, you know, all that extra in the beginning could have got somebody shot. Okay. But pretty much we're going to be persecuted. Salakia. I want to grab some. I got to grab one more because of what Jake said. You know. It was already getting hot. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12. Yeah, and all that will live godly in the Most High shall suffer persecution. So this is gonna bring persecution to us. You know, even though we ain't out there, you know, we ain't doing this. You know, they're gonna like Chief Ephraim when he did what he did. You know, the damn news was talking about that, bro. They was talking about that in the Capitol building. You know, as they discussing new laws. They're bringing up Jake's name. Let me see. Because we are definitely going to be persecuted. Let me see. It says Matthew chapter 23, verse 34. It says, wherefore, behold, I send you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of you shall kill, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them ye shall scourge in the synagogues and persecute them from city to city. So the prophets are going to be, killed and scourged and persecuted, man, from city to city. And that's what this is leading up to. Okay, understand that the Lord said that these times is going to come. So get prepared. This truth ain't just about going out there, like I said, ain't put on some fringes, because pretty soon it's going to be life and death. Matthew chapter 5 verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary should deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver you to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. So if you want to say no, or we ain't going nowhere and all that crazy shit, come on, bro, y'all gotta chill. Doing that shit, Esau, what? Are you resisting? You already, I dare, fighting in packs. It says, verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. Right. So, hey, certain things gonna happen. Fights will break out. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you moving in the spirit, and you avoiding it as much as possible. And then you got Chief Ephraim trying to go out there, for a round two. He said round two, you gonna be an honorary pull-up boy if you pull up for round two. Shit, and this is saying, like I said, it's the same guy that won't, 500 million. Okay, I mean, it's like 500,000, 500,000, and I've never seen his YouTube or nothing. And I'm going, I bet you the guy ain't, I don't know, man. I don't know. You should understand what I'm trying to say, and I ain't gonna say it ain't, but because I ain't finna go look and see if it is. But definitely, this whole shit is off. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Ababa Ball.